Hey guys, okay, so I'm coming to you today with the final video in our week of the E is for, right? So this week has been brought to you by the letter E. We have already talked about energy, effort, and environment and how they fit together to create that formula for success to get the result that you want. Okay, so that was super cool. Today I want to talk about a harder topic to define, which is ego. So it's so deep and it kind of pairs itself with the concept of the unknowingness of reality. And so trying to define it is always, I find, quite funny. However, there are some things that we can understand here that will really help us in terms of how do we grow into a better version of ourselves, right? So when you think of the word ego, it's that I am. It's the sense of identity of the self. And the concept is that if I am me, then I am not other. So immediately you have a sense of distinction and of defining, which means that it is not something else, which means that I am separate from other things. Now, as we grow, right, as we are children and we grow and we grow and we grow and we learn things about ourselves and we're told things about ourselves from the outside, from other people, and we learn things about other people, we get these senses of who we are and who we are not. And when you come to a space of wanting to self-develop, of wanting to heal, of wanting to move on in life from things that are really holding you back, suddenly you realize that you really are stuck in a definition of yourself and a definition that there are things I can do, there are things I can't do, there are things I'm good at, there are things I'm not good at, there are good people, there are bad people, there are good thoughts and there are bad thoughts, there are good beliefs and bad beliefs. If you can break down that way of thinking to realize, oh wow, every day is new, every day is an opportunity to examine my thinking and decide if it's something that is working with me or against me, if it is something that is celebrating the beauty of life, the love that is all around us, connection of people to each other, to nature, to the universe as a whole. Fantastic. If it is something that I am thinking or I am doing which is disconnecting me from other people, from nature, from the universe as a whole, then that's something to look at and say, oh, well, if this is not working for me and it's not connecting me, well, maybe it's something that I can let go of. Maybe this idea of competition amongst people is something that is not helping me to feel connected. It's not ultimately helping me to feel safe. It's not helping me to feel loved. It's not helping me to feel connected to the rest of the universe. Oh, maybe this is something that is not valid. Actually, it's just a limiting belief, an idea that I have created, thinking that it would protect me from its opposite, and yet all it is doing is keeping me from feeling connected. And when you are able to look at things in terms of, I would prefer to be connected to everyone, instead of I would prefer to be in my safe little space, self-defined, so that nothing can get to me, and so ultimately so that I can't grow anywhere at all, now you're starting to realize what the ego is. Now you're starting to realize that it's not actually scary to be in communication with, in harmony with yourself and others and nature and the universe, because ultimately that's what we're meant to do. If we get down to the teeniest, tiniest bits of us, which are all energy, you begin to understand that we all flow into and out of each other. Your aura and my aura, your electromagnetic frequencies and my electromagnetic frequencies, the thoughts that I have and the thoughts that you have, and how they came from different other people in the universe. And now that we have the internet, we're all so connected, right, at a realizable level. It's not even just like, oh, I'm connected to man, but literally we can all see and experience the same things these days. So we're becoming more and more connected, and it's becoming harder and harder to hold yourself away from that, right? And in this sort of a universe is where it's actually very freeing to realize, oh, I don't have to be in my little corner. Actually, there's no way to do that because we are all connected. And that sense of connection is so freeing, allows you to grow and change and embrace new ideas and allows you to experience the love of other people without having to protect yourself. So that's sort of a very, very gentle, very, very peak of the pyramid, peak of the iceberg look at ego. And I would love to know the questions that you have about it. Because it really means that we are the same as everyone, we're connected to everyone. Our brain kind of doesn't want to hold on to that. But ask me any questions you have. Let's start a dialogue. What's your understanding of ego? And let's chit chat about it some more. So guys, you're wonderful. Thank you for another great week. It's always so fun for me to jump on here and connect with you guys and share my thoughts on these topics, and make sure that you're commenting and questioning as we go along. And I look forward to next week when we talk about F. All right, guys, so I'll see you then. Bye.